Hi Scorpio, welcome to your June 2020 reading. Thanks for joining me. My name is Michelle. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. Scorpio, let's take a look at your oracle cards. Two came out for you from the Fairy Forest. We have the card of sacrifice, offerings, making a choice. The other is the Rune King, the wizard, the wise one, the counselor. So it may be that for you, you're either seeking wisdom from another, or there's an element around this of knowledge, a feeling here of recognition, recognizing knowledge. So the feeling that I'm getting around these two cards is one of knowledge of a sacrifice, knowledge of what needs to be let go of in order to make room in your life for something more. Now the sacrifice could be substantial. In this case, it feels to me like a sacrifice of something that is of value. It could be a thing, of course, or it could be something like a belief. So we'll see where that goes. Now around you we have the card of Across the Waters. Across the Waters, this is a very emotional type of card. It's linked, of course, to the cups. Being called across water, kind of like crossing a bridge, if you will. Now these waters are your emotional waters, holding feelings, attitudes, expectations, even fears and doubts, hopes and dreams. Now of course there's a lot to navigate. Sometimes the water feels overcrowded. So it kind of feels like needing to find space in this water, if you will. Think of a hot, crowded beach with too many people in the water and finding that hidden alcove there where it's just you. That's how I feel. It's almost an energy of retreat. Now, the overall energy of the reading is justice, but it's dark justice. We'll have to see how this relates to the reading, but I do feel that it could be in relation to something that feels karmic, or it could be an energy of something that you've been involved in. It could be a court case, of course, that's for some of you. For others of you, it seems more of an energy of taking responsibility for your decisions. So we'll see where that goes. Scorpio, could be you, could be the other person, can resonate the opposite way around. And if you're cross-watching, this could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. At the bottom of the deck we have the Magician card. So let's do a few more shuffles. And we'll get started with the reading for you, Scorpio. A lot of watery kind of emotional element. Now we'll start with the past energy, where you currently stand, your hopes around this for the future, how you feel about this person or the situation. Take a look at the strengths, challenge to overcome, what's hidden or unexpected, and the potential outcome. Scorpio, in the past, we've got the Hermit. So yeah, the wizard, right? The wise one, the Rune King. When we talk about the wizard, I do feel that this is more of an element of, well, I see it both ways actually. You may have received counsel from someone older or wiser than you, but as a result of doing some inner work, spending some time on your own, this again feels like that retreat. You've picked up some knowledge. For you, it's about turning up that bright lamp there and seeing things, embracing that spiritual journey, embracing your true self. So recognition, beginning to do perhaps once, I'm getting as kind of like a charged feeling, that green light, if you will, confidence, finding that strength within yourself, living more true. The element that I'm getting around this is living your truth, finding the knowledge to live your truth. That's what I'm picking up here. And thereby, I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio here who, by gaining this knowledge of self, taking this more spiritual approach, there's an element around this of someone who has gained some level of experience. So that's why I feel like I'm talking to someone who might be a little bit older, because we don't become that wizard too early in life. So let's see. Where you currently stand, we've got the Four of Swords. So there's still that time, that reflection, that retreat. So they're still in that phase, that hermit mode. It's ongoing. Hopes around the future, we've got the Three of Cups. This is about reconciliation, reunion with people who you feel you want to see. I feel that this is people you already know. It could be one person in particular or a group of people. It feels to me like a return. A return. How you feel about this person. We've got the Star. Okay, so again, really nice energy there. So there's a lot of hope. Expectations around a reunion with someone or a group of people. Let's take a look. How the strengths, the Six of Swords, and with across the water. Yeah, I would say that this again is about journeying around a body of water, across a body of water. Could be somewhere close to home, like a lake. Could be further afield, of course. The challenge is the Seven of Pentacles, so it's really about deciding what it is that you want to do in life during this time of reflection and rest. So I see you withdrawing, Scorpio, in order to look, to reprioritize and decide. It's all about that decision. When we talk about the card here of sacrifice, offerings, decision, I'm seeing that here as looking at what you've grown so far in life, what you've put your effort towards, what you've gained, and seeing if there is something that needs to be sacrificed here in order for more growth in your life. It's just kind of like sacrificing part of a tree or part of a plant, the bits that are not showing any more growth, in order to bring about new growth. That's how I'm sensing this reading. Now, when it comes to what's hidden, we've got the King of Pentacles. Now, this could be another person, or it could be elements of you, but I'm going to have a look at that when I clarify. And the outcome is the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so let's take a look at this, because I feel the energy around that is either one of unmet expectations, or it could be something that isn't being taken. It's kind of like that cup that it's being offered, but it's something that you're either delaying or not taking. And I'm picking that up as in relation to when we look at this card of across the waters, that emotion, those watery depths. Sometimes it can be a little bit scary, Scorpio, when we go through that, when we need to look at things that we perhaps are a little bit afraid. You know, I'm picking that up as fear. I'm picking that up as fear and doubt, confusion, perhaps about this journey, perhaps about this person. So let's take a look. We'll start with the Hermit card in the past. That wise one energy, the counsel, wisdom, spending time alone. We've got the Hanged Man. Yeah, it feels like you've really taken the time recently, because you've had to. I don't feel you've had any choice but to spend some time thinking about sacrifice, about what you need to let go of in your life. It's really, when we look at the Hanged Man, if you think of it as like a chrysalis hanging from a branch, and what's going on? Well, nothing really. It seems from the outside that nothing is going on, but what's going on inside is a lot. So although there may not be activity expressed, on the inside there's actually a lot of growth going on. and of course it's going to burst through when the time is right. So and when the conditions are right. So I can't help but feel that energy around you in the recent past, Scorpio. Let's take a look at that. The Hermit and the Hanged Man. Past energy. We also have the Four of Swords. Wow, a lot of reflection here. Let's get one more card. And the Nine of Cups. On what's going to bring you contentment, Scorpio? What's going to make you happy? Happiness. What does happiness mean to you? So you've done a lot of reflection about this. Let's take a look at the Four of Swords. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. The Fool. And one more. And Justice in reverse. Okay, so there's that dark justice. I was wondering when that was going to come out, so it can give me a bit of an idea about exactly what that card's about. And in this case, what I'm feeling is it's about circumstances around you that you feel are unfair. Well, you know, I think that's most of us these days, to be honest with you. Things we can't control, right? We just have to kind of go with the flow. We have to realize that we've got no control over what's going on. And so rather than get to that place where we feel stressed because we can't control, we really just have to let it go, surrender to what is, and breathe, you know, meditate, find that calm place where it doesn't feel so stressed. So that's how I see this. I think that you've had something that you want to walk away from. For some of you, it's a career or a job, something that you feel has been, I feel like there's unfairness around it. Now, in this case, what I'm sensing, I'm actually not feeling that this is anything to do with you. I just feel it's circumstantial. I don't think that you actually played a part in these unfair conditions. No, I actually get the feeling here with that Seven of Swords in reverse that you've had a plan to leave, you've had a plan to leave something behind. Again, could be a job, but you've had to put things on hold because of outside conditions which seem unfair. Now, justice, that dark justice there, it's really kind of permeating. I get this overall sense, but it's like that dark feeling, but you've still got that Fool energy within. There's this darkness around you, but you still have that inner truth, that inner kernel of you, of this Fool card, of someone who is more optimistic. So although things look not so optimistic around you, you're still got that little bit within you that hasn't given up, which is nice to see here, Scorpio. Now, the Three of Cups, hopes around this for the future with this Three of Cups. We've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, I think you're wanting to change the people that you're around. You don't feel recognized or rewarded when it comes to your skills. So I think that when it comes to your work environment here, Scorpio, what's happened is that you feel like other people have kind of had an unfair. I feel that you may feel that people have climbed the ladder, kind of jumped over you, and you feel unrecognized. Okay, so you're wanting to remedy that. Let's see, what else do we have here with that Three of Cups? Hopes for the future for Scorpio. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've been putting a lot of effort into this. I feel it's a work environment, and these people around you are celebrating, and you're there doing all the work, and meanwhile it seems like there's this group of people around you who are more, I want to say, like they take long lunches, or that they have they spend a lot of time doing social things, but you're the one here that's doing all the work, Scorpio. Now, it doesn't seem fair. One more card. Hopes around this for the future for Scorpio. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, you're feeling really actually quite disappointed and maybe even a little bit bitter about this as well. So it seems like you're looking at these people around you who seem to be having all of this social fun, and you're here working your butt off, basically, Scorpio. So it feels to me like this is the thing that you want to leave behind. Let's see, the Star. How are you feeling about another person or the situation? Let's clarify that, Star, for Scorpio. The Nine of Swords. The Empress in reverse. And the Ace of Swords. So for you, you're really looking at speaking your truth. With the Empress in reverse, I get that as a lack of growth. That's what's really annoying you, this lack of growth. So for you, you want to be able to bring something to the world. You want to be your best self. You want to move ahead. And it seems like these people around you, it seems to me like you feel that they have some kind of advantage, possibly because they know each other, or that they're in kind of a clique, and so the jobs go to them. That's how I'm feeling around those cards. And you beat yourself up a lot. You think to yourself, why isn't it me? Why isn't it ever me? That kind of feeling. But with the Ace of Swords there, you have the ability, you have the intellectual capacity to break this down. To break this down and see the truth. I feel it has to do with seeing these people for who they are and recognizing that they're no better than you. It just seems to be that these people know each other, or that they're in some kind of clique. I get very catty type of people, judgmental, Scorpio. Yeah, judgmental. Not very nice people, actually. So for you, it's about recognizing that you're actually more of a star, if you will, than these people, and there's something better for you. There's something much better for you, Scorpio, out there than whoever these people are around you at present, or the people that you're focused on. Let's take a look at that Six of Swords as the strength here. The Six of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. King of Cups in reverse. And the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. So for you, it's about conquering these emotions. I think how you're feeling, it's kind of going down to the murky depths with that King of Cups in reverse. Being very much caught up in brooding, focused on things that haven't gone your way, focused on a lack of movement, a lack of growth. And for you, I get a lot of conflict, emotional conflict, that's keeping you stuck. Now, the strength is with the Eight of Wands and the Six of Swords is fast movement away from that conflict. And with Across the Waters, it seems to me like this is about actual movement, physical travel, getting away from these people that are causing you stress. Retreat. Let's take a look at that Seven of Pentacles as the challenge. Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. The Hermit. And we also have the Hierophant. Okay, so wow. With the Hermit and the Hierophant, that's a lot of wise counsel. That's a lot of knowing the self. So I think that for you, it's all about knowing who you are and seeing these people as who they are, and not getting bogged down in disappointment, negative feelings about yourself, beating yourself up, because it seems to me like these ones around you, I get very frivolous type of people, and while you're kind of beating yourself up about it, thinking, well, why are those people getting ahead of me? The reality is that you'll go much further with that Star card. There's something much better for you, so you don't have to be around those people. I get you thinking about leaving them behind. Could be in a job, or could be even around where you live. But you felt that you couldn't because of I get circumstances. But with the Hermit and the Hierophant, I do think that you've used your time wisely to not only seek outside counsel from people who you view to be wiser than yourself, but also within, to gain that clarity of mind, to see what's what. Yeah, it's somebody who I do think makes you feel less than, Scorpio. You've been beating yourself up, you've been focused on a lack of growth in your career, a lack of growth around your life. And for you, when it comes to issues of self-worth, I think you've been really in your head and focused on negative feelings. But I do think with that Page of Wands, this is about you. Once you come to a conclusion, once you've taken this analysis, decided what it is that you want to put your efforts towards, once you make that choice, communicating your what it is that you truly want, it's very much a feeling here with that Wands of something that gets you all fired up. Maybe after a long period of stagnation, a message. I feel it's like a message. You receive a message with this Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands. I feel it's a message that comes in. It starts to make you feel really good, Scorpio, and then suddenly you're off like a rocket after a long period of stagnation. Whatever this message is. Now, it could be that you're waiting for a message that to have the all clear for travel. It could be that, or it could be something that's more local. Let's take a look at that King of Pentacles. What is hidden? What is hidden? We have the Knight of Cups, Five of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. So that is elements of you, Scorpio. So it's not someone else, that's you. Whether you're male or female, what I'm seeing here is that thoughts trap you. Thoughts, being fearful of defeat, fearful of being scared of not being successful. There's something that you want to go towards with this Knight of Cups, and you're in the upright, so it tells me that you have the ability to achieve this if you put your mind to it. But what's hidden is these fears and doubts about your confidence and about whether or not you'll be successful. Let's take a look at that Ace of Cups in reverse as the outcome. We have the Two of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, okay. And the Nine of Wands in reverse, okay. So what I see here, Scorpio, is that you take the path of least resistance, the easy path. which speaks about you having two ways to go. I get you have a decision to make, but the choice that you make isn't coming from a place of clarity. Instead, what I'm sensing around this is that it's really about you not wanting to bring drama into your life, not wanting to create a disturbance, and not wanting to cause conflict. So you take the path of least resistance, although I do think that you may be lying to yourself, believing that this is the right path for you. And out of weakness, I get you going for something that feels like your second best with that Three of Cups in reverse. So you've had an opportunity to go towards something. I don't feel that you have felt that that was something that you could achieve. I get you feeling some insecurities. So it seems like I'm talking to a Scorpio who feels like they're not good enough for that person or something like that, and they're really beating themselves up about not being able to go for this other person, or to go for this dream, this star energy, because you see them as this star. Meanwhile, and I think that you really want to be with someone. I do have it as a person, but the thing is, what's preventing this is this King of Cups in reverse, Six of Swords in reverse. All those negative thoughts that are going on in your mind that are telling you the reasons why you can't do this. So that's holding you back, and it's preventing you from taking this journey across water towards something that you really want, or someone that you really want. The challenge is for you to get clear in your own mind, to take action, and to try. I don't think you're trying. What's hidden here is this fear of not being successful, being rejected by someone. So you fear rejection by this person, Scorpio, and what happens is I feel that you go towards something that is less than, which I feel has to do with this same group of people who you've become disappointed in. It's people around you, this group, who aren't very nice people, but yet you kind of just, it's like you cave. It's like you cave to peer pressure here and start hanging out with these people who stress you out. You don't even really want to be with them, but I feel you go there because you fear rejection, going after this other I have it as a person, someone that you really feel is like destined for you with that star card. So when we talk about sacrifice decisions, I feel that you have to sacrifice this group, sacrifice this place where you're at. It's people around you. Yeah, and I feel that there's one in particular there who is not a very nice person at all. They're actually quite toxic, I feel, maybe even a dangerous person. But I get you aiming your arrows at that, focusing on that, rather than going towards this other thing which you fear rejection of. Okay, Scorpio, well, let's have a look. I'm going to get one more card here, and then we'll go to the extended. What I'll be doing in the extended is I'll be doing the flip side of this. So we'll see who I pick up there. I might, I don't know, I can't tell who it is at this point. It could be the person that is this toxic person, this group of people, perhaps this part of this clique. Or it could be this other person that you have, I feel that you have unrequited love for, but you don't feel that you can actually go towards that person because of fear of rejection. So let's take a look. The extended, by the way, the link for that is below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30-minute reading, entirely different reading, of course, same layout. So let's take a look. I'm going to get one more card here for you, Scorpio. All right, let's take a look at this one. With this, okay, harming yourself, cutting off your nose to spite your face, self-sabotage, that's what's hidden here. This Five of Swords in reverse, you're sabotaging something. The thing is, I feel that if you actually went towards the thing that you wanted, you actually would be welcomed or received. But you're so in your head about not believing yourself to be worthy of this, that you're self-sabotaging, going towards something that is less than, because you don't feel that you're worthy enough to go towards the thing that you really feel something towards. Self-sabotaging. So we'll see where this goes in the extended, and I'll be doing the other side of this, so please do join me there if this is resonating. Again, the link is below in the descriptions box. If you prefer a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com. Please do press that thumbs up button if you're enjoying these readings, and if you're a newcomer, I'd love to have you. Please do subscribe. As well, if you wouldn't mind sharing me on your social media to get the word out, that would be fantastic as well. Really appreciate that. Scorpio, I'll see you in the extended, or I will speak to you again very soon. Take care.